Hey there. Republicans have always been the party of business, but with the Trump administration pushing more of an isolationist agenda and slapping big tariffs on allies, the GOP lawmakers seem to be a little bit quiet on free trade. Now, before heading to Singapore, President Trump refused to endorse trade commitments with fellow G7 nation members, and that really teed off leaders in Europe. And the growing feud between President Trump and Canada now raising new questions about cross-border trade policy and the future of NAFTA. So why aren't we seeing more free trade Republicans pushing back against the president? Let me ask Kentucky Republican Congressman Thomas Massie. Welcome back to the show, Congressman.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Kennedy.
Yeah, so let's talk about this a little bit. Obviously, we love free trade, but there is an unnatural focus on trade deficits that I think have now gotten to the point of distraction for the president. What do you think?
Well, look, for the first 70 years of our country, 90% of federal revenues came from tariffs. And then up until the income tax was passed, 50% of our revenues did. And so if somebody wanted to do away with the income tax and replace them with tariffs, I might be okay with that, but that's not what they're proposing. These new tariffs are taxes. Make no mistake about it. And one thing that's clear is the Constitution and the framers of our Constitution never intended for one person, one elected official, to be able to pass a tax, yet that's what's happening. So there are some congressmen, myself included, who would like to claw back this power and give it back to Congress. And so one of the leaders in this is Warren Davidson from Ohio. He's the gentleman that replaced John Boehner there. And he's trying to claw back this power. And because it's a tax, and no one person should be able to pass a tax.
All right, so how do we get more free trade? Because we're getting caught up in semantics of free trade versus fair trade versus full trade. Obviously, the more free trade we have, the more prosperous we're going to be. I don't care if the president wants America to be more prosperous than other countries. That's fine. But obviously, if we're going back and forth with various tariffs, that's going to affect the price of goods, particularly for consumers who have less money.
Right. It'll raise the price of goods, make no mistake about it. But look, some of us hope that what the president's doing here is a negotiating tactic.
Do you think that's what it is?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, this is his style. I think he's trying to get other countries to lower their tariffs. And in the interim, he's threatening to raise tariffs in our country. So hopefully that's what it is. And frankly, Kennedy, there are some things that are wrong about the trade deals we've done in the past.
Yeah.
Just a few years ago, the World Trade Organization told us, congressmen, that we had to pass a law repealing country of origin labeling for beef and pork. And that was because of some trade deal. I find that ridiculous that now you got the World Trade Organization telling Congress what to do.
Yeah.
So I think it's good.
They shouldn't be legislating. That's absolutely true.
No, nobody in America elected them. And so we're elected to make those decisions. Yet you have the World Trade Organization doing this. So I support the president when he pushes back against the World Trade Organization and also walking away from the table as he did, in Canada. That's when negotiations start. If you're stuck at the table, which is where we've been for the last, 30 years, then you're not going to get a good deal.
No, and we have a trade. It doesn't matter how you slice it. There is a trade surplus with Canada, and that's a good thing because they need to export a lot of their stuff here. And I'm sure Justin Trudeau would love to fly President Trump the big fat Canadian bird, but he doesn't have the luxury of doing that, does he?
No, and look, I'm glad you mentioned Canada because it was Canada and Mexico who sued the United States in the courts, if you can call them courts, these world courts, to get us to remove our labels. Good
Lord, world courts.
I know that doesn't even make sense.
We have to go. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for staying late and
Thanks,
actually
Candy.
doing your job. I appreciate it. Congressman Thomas
love
Massie.
it.
There he is.